Good morning, good afternoon. Once again, I'm Sarita. Today, I'm here with the quick review of the lesson. In the first session, we did the pre-reading session. It was our pre-reading session in which we understood the characters of the story and from where this lesson have been taken. And in the next second session, we done the summary of this lesson. And now I'm here with the quick review of the lesson. I know being a little bit lengthy lesson, sometimes we need to revise it again and again and again so that we can understand it well. So just I'm trying to make it more easier. So let's start with it. So this is the quick review of the lesson from the diary of Anne Frank. Now I have made it, point wise summary so that we can revise it easily, very fast. Anne's feeling about diary. In the initially we see like Anne Frank, she was expressing her feelings about her experience of writing diary because she was thinking like she is being a 13 years old girl, nobody will be interested to read her diary. So, but she was writing. She writes diary, but she starts writing diary. And this in this diary, first of all, she mentioned about her family. In her family, she have father, mother, and her sister also, Margot. But she have many friends also, but she did not confide in them. She feels more confided in the diary than other people. And according to her, Anne Frank thinks that paper has more patience than people. It means a person may lose patience, but this diary, this paper will never lose her patience. And diary. On the paper, she can write whatever she wants, whenever she wants. It will not question anything. Paper will always keep her secrets safely. And then she was describing about her school in the diary. She described about that she have total 9 teachers. Out of them, 7 were men and 2 were women. And she told about her teacher, Miss Kupres. She was the head mistress of the school also. And reasons for not writing. And she also shared that why in the beginning she was hesitating to write the diary because she was thinking like whether she will write well or not, or it was her first experience to write in the diary. Before that she have never written anything. Now in this diary she also mentioned, in this lesson we see she have also mentioned about the class affairs. It means general in the classroom we have students activity with their peers. Sometimes they talk too much and sometimes they get scared of their grades, and she was scared of her maths actually. And she was telling like when the day of result declaration was there and she was about to know the results, she was scared for what? She was scared for maths only. She knew it that she will do good in other subjects, but she was scared of maths. And she was thinking how she will do it. Mr. Keesing, here we know on 20th June 1942, for the first time in the diary, she mentioned about Mr. Keesing. Mr. Keesing, he was her maths teacher. He was a very strict teacher. And he always wants Anne Frank to do better in her studies. But her talkative nature was a kind of annoyance for him. Sometimes he get annoyed with her for her talkative nature, not for Anne Frank as a person, but as a talkative nature. He was thinking of telling Anne Frank to speak less in the classroom, focus more on studies, like every teacher used to do like this. Does the homework given extra, and then what happened, just to curb her habit of talking too much in the class, he gave her an essay to write. And the essay was a chatterbox. He gave her a topic, a chatterbox, to write on an essay. And she wrote on that topic, and she wrote that talkative nature is a trait of every student. It means a student means talkative by nature. Every student likes to talk in the classroom, so it is all mentioned in that essay. And then she was when she was not able to restrict herself, her teacher, again Mr. Keesing, he gave her another topic to write upon, and the topic was an incorrigible chatterbox. And now Anne Frank again she wrote on this topic, and in this essay she mentioned that talkative nature is a kind of hereditary trait for her. As her mother, she talks too much, she's talkative, and Anne Frank have got this trait of talking too much or this talkative nature from her mother. And this cannot be corrected, this cannot be repaired, because incorrigible means something which cannot be corrected, which something cannot be repaired, something cannot be corrected. And that's why she said her talkative nature mistake is also incorrigible, it cannot be corrected. And but Mr. Keesing still he wanted her to curb her habit of talking too much in the classroom. And then what he did, he again gave her an essay, a topic to write about. And what was the topic this time? Quack, 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 said the mistress Chatterbox. And now again this topic was quite a big challenge for this Anne Frank. And one of her friends, she was very good in writing poetry. And she suggested her that she can write this essay in the form of blank verse. And what she did, she wrote this essay in the form of a poem. And in this poem, she take a story of a duck family. And the duck family was having one father swan, mother duck and three ducklings. And what the problem was, the father swan, he was quite annoyed with his ducklings, and he bitten them till death. He killed them. Why he killed them? Because they used to make sound of quack quack so much. And when she showed this essay to him, and it was quite interesting kind of thing for him, like that a girl is writing this kind of story, like which made him laugh. And then here we have this Anne Frank lived in Holland after Hitler invaded. They lived in hiding from many years to survive. In the diary we see, when we read this lesson, we come to know that she was staying in Holland. Her father, mother left her and her sister to her grandma. And what happened? They were shifted to Holland, and she was living with her grandmother and her sister Margot. She was very close to her grandma. After her death, she felt very alone. And when her grandmother was died, she felt so sad. She missed her so much. Kitty. Now let's have a story about Kitty. What was Kitty all about? She was gifted a diary on her 13th birthday from her father, and its name was Kitty. Her father gifted her a diary on her 13th birthday, and Anne Frank, she named it Kitty, and she considered it as her best friend. She was lovable of every teacher except Mr. Keesing, who taught math. We just discussed about it. She was lovable student of every teacher, but Mr. Keesing, being maths teacher and a strict teacher, he was a little bit annoyed with her. He was not annoyed, actually he was annoyed to much that extent that he wanted her to change her habits. Mr. Keesing got annoyed with her talkative nature, so he punished her by giving her extra homework many a times. As we know, like he gave her an essay to write about three times. He gave her essay to write. And see, here is the names. Once again, I am revising the whole story I have told, but still I am revising once again that the essay was a chatterbox. And then she wrote quack, 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 said the Mrs. Chatterbox. And this all essays made her prove that her talkative nature cannot be corrected. And she will talk. And he allowed her to talk, relieved her from any extra homework. And what happened? He relieved her. He accepted her talkative nature, and he allowed her to talk in the classroom, and he never gave her extra homework to write as a punishment. So here the goes lesson. So this lesson, Anne Frank from the Diary of a Young Girl. We have finished it. So I hope you all would have understood it well. So please keep watch all the three sessions of this lesson so that you can have a better understanding. Thank you and have a nice day.